everybody? This is Mr. back here with Madden NFL 19. And yo, it is time for Monday Night Football. Our matchup here is an NFC South battle between the 11-2 Saints and the 9-4 Carolina Panthers. So before we get underway, I'm gonna show you the season standings for the NFC. As you see, the Falcons are leading the division with the 13-1 record right now, followed by the San Francisco 49ers right behind them. Then we have the New Orleans Saints right behind them. But the Saints and the Rams are in the wild card spot. But the Eagles and Packers are in the division as well. So the Eagles will be at number 4 after we do Monday Night Football, and the Packers will be number 3 since the Eagles lost to the Rams. So yeah, the Saints go into Carolina as 11-2, and Carolina is on a 1-game losing streak after losing to the Cleveland Browns 14-13. If you did not see the last episode or the other episodes that we did before that, make sure to go check those out. And I'm telling you, those episodes were crazy. But we're about to end week 15, and just after this Monday Night Football, we gotta see who's gonna take it. Can the Saints somehow keep their wild card spot alive? But because if they lose, then the Rams will go up and the Saints will go down, and then the Panthers will have another chance to clinch the wild card. It's going to be crazy now. So let's go ahead and get underway with Monday Night Football from Carolina. As I said, Carolina is on a 1-game losing streak. They cannot lose another game, or else they're not going to be able to have a chance to clinch the wild card spot. Let's go. Monday Night Football from Carolina. Saints looking to get their 12th victory on the year, and Carolina looking to get win number 10. They're looking to bounce back from that disappointing loss to the Cleveland Browns, who are also fighting for the wild card spot. Because I believe, actually, Baltimore's right behind them right now, because they beat the Tampa Bay Bucks and the Chargers lost to Kansas City. So that might be a tight one there. But it's all about this matchup right here.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, the NFL's active leader in passing yards, Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints take on Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. A short time ago, a scene that never fails to stir up the folks here in Charlotte. Cam Newton strutting his way onto the field. His guys are fired up as they get set to go toe-to-toe with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they enter play here. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they come in riding high. Just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Alright, so the Panthers won. They will get the ball to start the second half. New Orleans will get the ball to start the game. Graham Gano set to get us started, and we are underway on Monday Night Football. Here's the return from the 5. And he'll get it down near the 30 to the 29. And here comes the New Orleans offense, led by Drew Brees. Drew Brizzle is what other people call him, at least.
2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
So 1st and 10 for New Orleans. Drew Brees, he's going to give it to Kamara. And he'll take it near the 35 to the 34. As we take a look at the New Orleans offense, and the key guy to this lineup is Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara and Michael Thomas, the key starters that Carolina needs to stop in order to get the victory.
And both of them can catch out of the backfield as well.
Second and 5, Kamara. And he has a first down at the 43-yard line.
Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his 2nd season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the
Brees to throw. And he will be taken down. K1 Short takes him down for a loss of 8.
Gotta give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there.
The pressure got to him.
Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Nice job there by the Panthers defense to stop the receivers.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Second and 18. Here's Brees. And that one will be incomplete. So now it will be 3rd down for New Orleans. As we take a look at the Carolina defense. And the key player that the New Orleans Saints should avoid is number 2 in the safeties, Deshaun Stoudemire, who has been a great free safety this year.
Think about KK Short.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Third and 18, Brees.
Flush to his right.
And that one is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down.
So now it's 4th down.
Gotta watch him this one. Gotta be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina.
Morstead to punt it away.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
And this one will hit in the back of the end zone. It will be a touchback.
So here are the Panthers now.
Here comes Carolina's offense, led by Cam Newton.
Under center at 6'5", nearly 250 pounds.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
1st and 10 for Carolina. They're going to run it with Anderson. And he'll get about 3 on the carry. Now it's 2nd and 7.
Tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally. and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
2nd and 7 after the 3-yard rush on first down. They're going to give it to McCaffrey. And he'll fight back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring
As we take a look at the Carolina offense.
And the offensive starters for the Panthers.
And it's too bad that last season for Greg Olsen, their tight end, that a foot injury plagued him and limited him to 7 games played, broke his streak of 1,000-yard seasons, but he'll get back in form. One of the best route runners in the league, a combination of strength, guile, smarts, and a little dash of speed.
This is Newton on the
play action. And he will be taken down.
Alex Okafor.
The sack made by Alex Okafor. And now it's 4th down.
If I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about
Cam Newton got pressured that time.
Someone to help assist, because right now
That was a terrible play there by number 75, the left tackle. He allowed the defensive player to get through and make the sack.
4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep for the
Michael
Saints,
Pilardi to
Ted
punt
Ginn.
it. Ted Ginn to return the punt for New Orleans.
This one away. Returnable here from the 38.
And he gets it down past the 50 to the 49.
The Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and, you know, at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go.
1st and 10. Here's Kamara.
We're going to have a playoff.
And he loses yardage back to midfield, but they give him none. So now it's 2nd and 10.
So they've got to be primed now for a big finish to their season.
From midfield, here's
Play action, Breeze. And he's just going to throw it away, and it's incomplete. Which brings up a 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Breeze now to throw.
Breeze.
Fighting to stay upright. Buying time to his left.
And he finds his tight end. And I don't think he got the 1st down, and he was short of the marker. So now it's 4th down. Will Lutz is going to try it from 59 yards away. Is he going to put it in? And it is good. Will Lutz makes it from 59 yards away.
Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted.
So now it's 3-0 New Orleans.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along.
And this one will hit in the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Carolina takes over 1st and 10.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
1st and 10. They give it to Anderson. And he gets it down to the 28-yard line. And that brings us to the end of the 1st here in Carolina. 3-0 Saints on top.
markers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out.
Back here in Carolina, 3-0 Saints with the lead. Carolina with the ball to start the second quarter.
Here's Newton now on second down.
And he's going to find Greg Olsen. And Olsen's still on his feet. And they get him down right at the 43. 14 yards and a Panthers first.
Size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
That was a good play there for Carolina on third down. First and 10, McCaffrey. And he gets 6 yards on that one. Now second down.
First down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk about football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Newton. And he will be taken down. Now it's third down. And that is the Saints' second sack of the night.
Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
3rd and 9 for the Panthers. Can they get the first down?
Here's Newton.
Newton. He can't find nobody, so he's going to run.
Oh, look at the juke.
And Newton's still on his feet. And he gets out of bounds at the 29.
Yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And the Panthers have a first down after that scramble.
It's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
So in Saints territory.
So
now,
after that scramble, now it's 1st and 10.
The 29-yard line. Throwing is
Newton. And he finds McCaffrey on the screen. But he loses yardage, losing 7.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you.
2nd and 17 after the loss.
In the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking.
Play action for Newton. And it's complete. Devin Funchess. 2 minutes left to go. Back to Charlotte after this.
Back with more from Charlotte after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is third
down. Carolina looking to pick up the first. They send their cornerbacks with a press. Newton.
Here's Newton. Eluding the pressure right.
Newton. And he fumbles. And the Saints recover it.
He let one one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out of practice.
Newton was trying to get it to Funches, but he didn't get it. He didn't get it off fast enough. Williams Goss with the strip fumble. And New Orleans offense takes over.
How does the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here? And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted.
Here's Breeze.
That's a long field
And
goal.
he will find Michael Thomas. And he's still on his feet. Michael Thomas turning on the Jets. And he is down almost in the end zone, but at the 1.
Short down at the 1-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive
That is a big play there for the Saints.
Passing play, they picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well,
So now they're looking to get into the end zone.
Looking at a 1st and goal situation.
1st and goal, Mark Ingram, and he's in. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown, Saints. Mark Ingram, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
Mark Ingram didn't even have to run in there. He just decided to dive in there.
Near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now, when we see people hit
Will
big
Lutz for the
plays,
extra
each
point.
team defines a big play
And
their own way,
it's
10,
good.
15-yard gains.
So the Saints now lead 10-0.
They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there.
So the Saints take advantage off the fumble. They go 2 plays down the field and into the end zone.
The end zone for 6 points.
Morstead to kick it away. DJ Moore to return it. And he'll take this right at the 27-yard line.
27-yard line. The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try
1st
and
and
be
10
the
for
number 1,
Carolina.
number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history
After
of
last
trying to win the
possession,
Super Bowl,
they fumbled the
teams you
football,
really fear
and
are the ones
it
that
led
get
to
hot
6 points
and
the other
sometimes
way.
sneak in at a final
Here's
or a
Kip
16.
McCaffrey.
We've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowls and occasionally
He
win.
gets 3 yards on the run, which is now 2nd down.
It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact
Newton.
on 1st down.
And it's intercepted.
It's intercepted.
Demario Davis with the pick.
Mario Davis. And he'll bring
And they will take over with the football at the 29-yard line.
That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different
Wow.
techniques he has to
Demario
employ
Davis
in a
just
situation.
snatched that
By
pass.
dropping because it's zone,
He was
he's
on
picking
it.
up man-to-man,
Cam
getting
Newton
run
thought
with
Greg
running
Olsen was
back,
wide
tight end.
open.
In any event,
But
great eyes,
Demario
head
Davis
on a
saw
swivel,
it,
and
and he
excellent
picked it
hands.
off.
Versatility and showing those hands. The Saints offense
So now the Saints offense back onto the field.
It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
Now that they'll be looking to get 2 touchdowns on the board.
Be aggressive.
At their last possession, they got a touchdown.
Now a
Here's
1st down
Kamara.
carry. It's Kamara.
And he's still on his feet.
Showed off the athletic
And he gets
shoot.
down to the 19-yard line with a gain of 10.
But a nice carry. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice
Here's
run.
Breeze. And that one is intercepted. Luke Keithley. And it looks like he's loose.
He might be gone.
Luke Keithley. And he takes it in for a pick 6. Touchdown Panthers.
Touchdown. I think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now.
He was trying to look for Ted Ginn that time, but
Graham Gano on for the extra point.
Graham Gano for the PAT. And it's good.
Extra point try, good by
But the
Gano.
Saints still lead with a 10-7.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
But the Panthers will still get the ball to start the second half, so
they throw the pick six. They'll get another
Graham Gano to kick it away.
as this one's in the air.
And this one will not be returned. It will go in the back of the end zone, and this one will be a touchback.
Now we'll see what
Here comes the New Orleans offense. And following the pick six, that cut their lead to now a field goal now.
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, allocating extra resources trying to stop the guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else?
Breeze. And he'll be taken down. Luce Keithley taking him down for a loss of 9. And it looks like that's going to do it for the first half. The Saints 10 and the Panthers 7. We'll be back to Charlotte after the halftime report.
Now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, where you see the final score there. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game, it was the right arm of Drew Brees that led the way in the first half. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.
All right, welcome back to Charlotte. 10-7, the Saints with the lead, looking to keep it as the Panthers will get the ball. And they will start at the 25 off the touchback. Here comes Cam Newton.
And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, come on, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit.
And we're gonna tell you 2 other highlights that went final. First, let's start off with that Saturday night game in Jersey, where it was the Jets getting the victory to stay undefeated with the victory over the Houston Texans. And then we'll head up to San Francisco, where it was the Niners who was able to get the victory over the Seahawks.
They go play action.
Newton to play fake. He fires deep, and it's complete. And he gets it past midfield to the 42. What a throw there by Newton. 33 yards.
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space.
1st and 10 for Newton and the guys after that 33-yard pass.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Newton throws, and it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 29, past the 30. So 1st and 10 for Newton.
Now a first down throw for Newton.
And he's going to find McCaffrey. And he'll have it right near the 19-yard line.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This
1st and 10 for Newton.
And bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
Newton. And he'll be taken down. It's a Saints sack. The sack made by Sheldon Rankins. And that will be a loss of 6.
Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because
Sheldon Rankins brought the blitz to Newton.
Their own defensive scheme and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Here's McCaffrey. And he'll get it back to the 19-yard line. 5 yards, and now 3rd down.
The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing on 3rd down,
Newton.
Able to shake him off.
Breaks the tackle. Breaks the second. But he'll be taken down. Sheldon Rankins. That's his 2nd sack of the night. And now that will turn it to 4th down. Newton thought he was gonna break free, but he didn't break free soon enough.
For some yardage, who would have had a very unhappy defensive coordinator, I believe.
No doubt about that.
That is now 5 sacks for the Saints here on Monday Night Football. Graham Gano for the 52-yard attempt, field goal. It is. Oh, he missed it.
It does not. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession.
So he missed it, and the Saints will take over.
And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 42. Brees now.
Brees.
Oh, it stays up.
He's going to take off. And he's going to slide to avoid the hit.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the midfield strike.
Brees. And he finds Ted Ginn. And he gets out of bounds at the 36.
For the New Orleans first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to
Here's Brees.
Go to his own blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
Wide open. Cameron Meredith. We haven't seen him on the field since. That's his first catch of the night.
Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arm saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was
1st and 10.
trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football.
Brees.
And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air.
Brees, he's going to break the sack, and he's taken down.
He's taken down.
Mario Addison takes him down for a loss of 6.
It's interesting interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal.
And that's it for the third quarter.
But you get even deeper into
Carolina looking to get a stop.
Guard it even more, which means more pressure, more
Because if the Saints score, they won't have enough time to get two scores. 10-7, Saints with the lead.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now
here in Charlotte.
It's been a very hotly contested game to this point.
It's 10-7 right now. Saints with the lead and the football, but they're at a 2nd and 16.
After the sack. Here's
Breeze. And he's taken down again. There goes the safety blitz. And that is sack number 4 for this Carolina defense.
Let's just face it. This offensive line flat out cannot handle this.
Now it's 3rd and 25.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Third and 25 for Breeze.
To throw, it's
Breeze. He's trying to find somebody, and he's taken down again. K1 short takes him down. And now it's 4th down.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to
Morstead to punt it away.
And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job.
And that will hit in the back of the end zone. It will be a touchback.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. A great Monday night to wrap up the weekend.
1st and 10.
2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Newton. Escaping the pressure right.
He's going to fire. And it's complete. McCaffrey. And there he goes. Christian McCaffrey. And he takes it in. Touchdown Panthers. What a play.
And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the 4th.
What a play. 80 yards.
Before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
What a play. One of the most best plays you could ever witness from the Panthers. Unbelievable. Gano for the PAT. And it's good. Now Carolina leads by 4. With 2 minutes and 46 seconds left.
The offensive coordinators dream about one-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
Gano to kick it away. Ted Ginn will not return this one. It will go in the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
Now with 2 minutes left, Drew Brees has one on the road before in clutch time, and that game was against the Falcons in Atlanta. He's looking to do it again here in Carolina.
First down,
Breeze. And it's intercepted.
Picked off by
James Bradbury picks it off. And the Panthers will take over.
Offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of
that pass got snatched.
The corners, we've had the receivers on lockdown.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now following the interception, here's Newton.
And he's going to take off with it. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to get taken down right at the 12.
But it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
All right, partner, I'm a defender. I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first
Newton, and he's taken down. That was a whole blitz that time, and he's taken down for a loss of 6.
Second and a bundle. Time for a break.
2 minutes left to go. We'll see what will happen after this. If Carolina can win this game,
Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
back here in Charlotte, if the Panthers can win this game, if the Panthers win this game, they will get another chance to try and force and clinch a playoff berth. But the Saints play the Steelers after this, and the Panthers are gonna have to wait till the last week to try to get it done. They give it to McCaffrey. And they go the wrong way again. Back to the 20.
Now third down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options?
Here's McCaffrey on third down. And he's not going to get there. He'll get back to the 18. Which means now it's fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be
Graham Gano and it's good. He makes the field goal, and now it's 17-10.
He looked like one of those guys. From a defensive perspective,
now Carolina has only one thing left to do, and that's to get a stop so they can get the victory at home.
They were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not
because every time Carolina plays the Saints, they always lose to them. I don't know if they beat them on their home floor, though.
This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth quarter comeback?
It's very strange, isn't it? Because
he only has one chance to do it. Only one chance to do it. Newton. And he's taken down.
He's taken down.
Shaq Thompson with the sack. The clock will continue to run for Breeze. And he finds Michael Thomas. And the Saints are going to call a timeout with 1:06 left.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Saints, the Panthers are 1:06 away from winning this.
And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. The Saints on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4, Breeze, and he will find his receiver,
brought down, but not before he was able to
and he will get down to the 40-yard line, and the clock will continue to run.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And he's gonna spike it with 45 seconds. Breeze looking to make his second fourth quarter comeback.
He'll look to throw.
Breeze breaks the tackle, and it's caught. And the clock continues to run. They passed midfield, so and he spikes at 28 seconds.
Back to throw.
Breeze looking to throw. He throws deep, and it's caught to Meredith for the touchdown.
Into the end zone, touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith with time running out. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So
Will Lutz for the extra point. And it's good. And we are tied at 17. So what are the Panthers going to do? They have got to make a decision. Because with 21 seconds, they're going to have to get into field goal range and to get a field goal. DJ Moore. And DJ Moore, oh, he almost broke free, but they got 16 seconds. They will start at the 35.
Ball up to the 35 now.
Cam Newton and the Panthers with 16 seconds left, looking to pull off the miracle that they have not done in so long. Newton, and he's gonna break free and run. And they call a timeout with 7 seconds left.
With 7 seconds left.
They're trying to get one simple play that can get them into field goal range, so they can get the field goal. Newton looking to throw. He throws, and it's intercepted. And we will go to overtime. That is crazy. We will go to overtime here in Charlotte. 17-17.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
Wow. So we are in overtime here in Charlotte on Monday Night Football.
If the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Saints will get the football. So Falcons fans, you should be a bit worried, because these two teams are tied at 17. Either somebody can win it, or will both teams have a tie on their record?
That gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
They're going to put Stoudemire in the back.
So after the INT, it's
Breeze. He fires downfield, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Ross Cockrell. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard
And the Panthers will take over with the football.
With Thomas, a costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us.
First and 10. Here's Cam Newton. And he's taken down. Josh Williams-Goss gets his second sack of the night.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now Newton with his first throw.
Newton once again. And he's taken down once more. It's Williams-Goss again. His 3rd sack now on the night. 2 minutes left to go. We are still tied right now. So it's still 17-17. Panthers with the football after getting the interception on defense.
So now Cam leads the Panthers out,
looking to get the first down.
Carolina facing 3rd and long. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey.
And he's taken down again. Demario Davis takes him down.
In there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
So the Saints are going to get the ball with another chance to redeem themselves.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack.
Ted, oh man. And Ted, oh, and look at this. They're going to start at the 13.
69 yards, wow. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
1st and 10. Camara. And he gets down at the 22-yard line, and the clock will continue to run. Because both teams had possession, but nobody scored. So somebody has got to score. Breeze. And he's gonna throw it. He's gonna throw it away, and it's incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded, and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he's able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
1 minute and 9 seconds left. 3rd and 1. Breeze. And he's taken down, and the ball is loose. The Panthers recover it at the 1-yard line. Unbelievable.
Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Martin, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
It doesn't seem like you can, but
the Panthers are trying to go for the win, but they was trying to go for a field goal, but they don't want to do that. They really don't want to do that here in overtime, just because they got their second possession here in overtime.
Following the call of that timeout. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol.
1st and goal. Newton. He's going to run it. And he's not going to get there. He loses yardage.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
They better pick something right now before the time runs out. They better pick something. They better do something. 2nd and goal.
Something goes wrong. Messed up snap.
2nd and goal.
Guess what? It's 3rd down. You still have the ball. You still have the chance to kick it.
Newton. He's going to run with it. And he takes it in for the touchdown. Cam Newton, the hero in overtime. And the Panthers have won. They have stunned the New Orleans Saints. What a game. But the Panthers have stunned the New Orleans Saints. Unbelievable. Cam Newton. What a game.
So for the Panthers, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it's a loss that could hurt come playoff seeding time as they fall to 11-3. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire...
Oh my gosh. What did I just witness? The Panthers have won. So, both Carolina and New Orleans have user games. And I don't know what's gonna happen. Because Carolina has another chance. They have another chance to try to take the wild card spot away from New Orleans. So there it is. Carolina wins on the Monday Night Football user game over the Saints. That is loss number 3 for the Saints. So we are set to move on, cause yo, week 16, yo.
Use all your points, as a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
We finna advance to week 16 now. Week 15 is now in the books. We are now here in week 16.
Earned every week. Use all your points, as a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
And yo, before we take a look at the season standings, let's take a look at the schedule. So our first matchup, we will head to Philadelphia, where the Eagles are at home against the Houston Texans. They both lost in week 15, so one of them is going to bounce back. Then we head over to East Rutherford, New Jersey, where the Jets take on the Green Bay Packers. And as you know, Green Bay is the last team to try to end this undefeated win streak. If the Packers don't do it, then the Jets will end the season as undefeated. Then we will head over to Charlotte. After the Panthers just got the victory over the Saints, they are at home again against the Atlanta Falcons. Then we'll head over to Los Angeles, where the Chargers will be at home as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. And speaking of Baltimore, we just got word that Joe Flacco will start for the rest of the season, since Lamar Jackson got benched against Kansas City in week 14, and Joe Flacco's going to start for the rest of the year. And then we'll head over to New Orleans to watch the Saints and Steelers go at it. The Steelers are on a win streak, and the Saints are now on a losing streak. And finally, it's Sunday Night Football once again for the Seahawks, as they are at home against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Yo, it is about to get crazy, yo. So, as we take a look at the season standings for the AFC, as you see the same 3 teams have clinched their division and everything. You already know they're going to make it to the playoffs. But let's take a look at the NFC. As you see, for the NFC, the Falcons have just made it to the playoffs. Same thing for San Francisco. So Falcons and the Niners have both made it to the playoffs. And the Falcons fans were super proud that the Saints fell short to the Panthers. So, yeah. So, as we take a look at the NFC South, the Falcons haven't won the division yet. They haven't won the division yet. If the Saints lose one more game, then the Falcons might win their division. But they haven't won yet. They just clinched their playoff berth. So yeah, that stuff is getting crazy. Because the NFC is going wild, but the AFC is going pretty good. Because, you know, Kansas City's trying to make sure the Titans lose again. But the Titans are not going to lose another game. So, this is going to be the craziest Week 16 you will ever witness. Because our first user game will be in Philly. As we will see the Houston Texans take on the Philadelphia Eagles. And yo, we're going to see who's going to bounce back after the Eagles lost to the Rams and then the Texans lost to the Jets. in week 15. But yo, if you're ready for week 16, hit that like button. Make it splash on that like button.